Okay, so I was doing some back testing using the replay tool for fun, and I found this nice example of liquidity being engineered on both the buy side and sell side. Okay, so let's just run through it quite quickly. I mean, what's the first thing you can see here? The first thing I see, obviously, is this trend line here. Okay, so the trend line's very somewhat subjective, right? You can draw it at any point of time. Let's say if you draw it from here to here, if you're doing exact touches, we get the small pierce through it, taking out some of that liquidity, and then we get a reversal again, right? It's happening quite a number of times. Keeps on touching this trend line. Down here, if you have it down there and you're measuring here, it's more fitted. Yeah, so we get quite a number of touches here. So there's liquidity under here, right? Support and resistance traders are, buying the touch. Breakout traders are waiting for a breakdown, right? So interesting. We've got the trend line here, which is my sell side liquidity. So let's see what happens. Okay, price doesn't come down, it just continues to go up, right? Wow, okay, it's going up, going up. We have a swing high here. Okay, that gets taken out. And now we have this swing high gets taken out, the liquidity there. Look what we have here. Touch, touch, touch. Okay, so these are clean highs. Clean highs tend to like to be made jagged, right? So we have that. And let's see what happens. I like this. Obviously, this order block. Okay. The body is respecting it. And what do you know? Boom. We come down and we displace through it pretty quick. Okay. Okay, we continue to displace down. We take out this low down here. And take out this low as well. Okay, liquidity on both sides. Sub displacement down. Okay, if you see something like that and price comes all the way down and it's not pushing down, it's most likely going to start moving higher, at least to equilibrium of a range. Sometimes we can, I wouldn't say retest, but we see that we have a breaker here, for example. We have some imbalances. One can target the touch of this ascending trend line, but more for a refined entry. If you're expecting price to go lower, but what do we see? Buy side resting up here. Okay, this is drawing price to the next level. Yeah, and I already saw what happened, obviously. So wait, let's go see here. So you see, we do come to touch this. We get small rejection, 200 pips, but then we displace up and we find actually support on that trend line, or you could say this inversion gap over here. And yeah, and we break right through that. Okay, so let's just remove this. Where was that? It's over here. See? Okay, and then we move higher. So this is kind of like a power of three. Accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution, right? Just up here. The distribution is nowhere as long as this one. We just retrace all the way up to here in Japanese yen on the weekly. And then we make a new low, and we zigzag over here. You can see the chart. This is New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. Not the best chart, obviously. In terms of the grander scheme, it's just making a low low, takes a high, comes all the way down. It's just meandering here. And only recently it took out the high over here. So I have nothing so much to say about this. Yeah, but you can see what I showed as an example of liquidity being on both sides of the market. So if you're down there, you may look for longs to possibly target that. There's nothing else to the left of it, so you'll need additional confirmation. That was the weekly chart, and again, you can go to the daily, and you take a trade, you can take profits at these levels, and of course, you can leave runners for you know grander, larger type of trades, right? Obviously, you got to zoom in. Yeah. So there's trades to be had everywhere, right? Myself, okay, I see that as a bullish order block. Those are the kind of things I look for. And there may be something like that on a lower time frame that's not showing up here, right? So this is a breakaway gap. Price is not going through that, but on maybe the 4 hour inside here, you get an order block, you get fair value gaps that are being used. Okay, so yeah, I hope you found that a bit helpful in terms of looking at liquidity on both sides of the market and how price is moving through the flow of engineering liquidity, rating liquidity, and being efficient.